spokesperson, which said these objects did not closely resemble and were much smaller than the PRC balloon, and we will not definitively characterize them until we can recover the debris, which we are working on. Those recovery efforts will be critical as they try to determine the size, the scope, origin, and the purpose of each of these unidentified objects. But this all comes as President Biden just last week had faced a torrent of criticism, specifically from Republicans who were frustrated with the pace with which he decided to take down that Chinese spy balloon, letting it traverse across the country until it was out over water and then shooting it down. And earlier today, the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, Mike Turner, said that he preferred the approach that the White House is taking this time around with these unidentified objects. Take a listen.
I would prefer them to be trigger happy than to be permissive. But we're going to have to see whether or not this is just the administration trying to change headlines. But what I think this shows, which is probably more important to our policy discussion here, is that we really have to declare that we're going to defend our airspace, and then we need to invest.
But still so many questions for this administration about what exactly this series of unidentified objects are. And we have really seen this heightened alert from the administration over the course of the past 3 days.
Arlette Saenz, thank you. And for President Biden, these objects are becoming not just an issue for national security, but also for the president's political future. CNN senior political analyst Ron Brownstein joins us now. Ron, how big of a concern are these objects for President Biden, just in purely political terms?
You know, every time a president faces a national security challenge, I mean, it's really equal part risk and opportunity. Political strategists will tell you that the absolute baseline that people expect of their president is that the president seems to be in control of events rather than events controlling him. Jimmy Carter kind of got on the wrong side of that equation and really cost him against Ronald Reagan. And there's no better opportunity, Paul, for a president to demonstrate than in a national security challenge of any kind. The catch is you actually have to show that you are in fact in control. And I think the president is still on the right side of that equation. But there comes a point where the prevalence of these kinds of incidents are going to raise sharper questions.
At the State of the Union, Biden didn't use the word balloon, but he did say this. Let's take a listen.
Make no mistake about it.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch.
Of course, China or Russia, they know exactly how something like this would play out in this hyper-partisan environment. There's a concern when a national security event becomes so politicized that it does become almost easier for the U.S. to be baited into doing something that might make not so much geopolitical sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, Biden is, he is confident
knew it. They were already starting to walk back. Is that one is accepted?
That, for rightly or wrongly, that I don't think he's really going to come out on first. Clearly, they've changed the pace at which they are responding, as others have noted. I mean, the last three incidents are very different than the first one, but I think he feels confident after 15 years in Washington. He's not going to be listening to people like us. I think he does. I think have a great deal of confidence in his ability to modulate and deal with this. But I do think, go back to the original point. I actually think that the governments that operate in closed systems like Russia or China, where there is no domestic dissent, often have a very skewed vision of how their actions are going to be perceived around the world. I mean, they're just not used to getting much pushback or questioning on the things they do. So it is entirely possible that the level of outrage across the political spectrum in the U.S. about the balloon was something that may have surprised them. I mean, they're usually not that good at gauging public opinion when you don't have to worry about it ever in your domestic context.
Ron Brownstein, thank you so much. And we'll continue to follow all the developments with this breaking news. As sources say, the U.S. military has shot down a new high-altitude object over Lake Huron. But next, several more people are pulled from the rubble in Turkey. More than 160 hours since the massive earthquake first struck.
Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Pickett sets up play action. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. On third down, Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Ooh, the juke. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now left side on the swing pass, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Pickett. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Pickett to throw on first down. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Pickett right back to the air again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On the draw, this is Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Pickett. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive.
with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. Forced out to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen flushed out right. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the connection to Moore. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Pickett going to bootleg it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Pickett's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Kamara up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw complete there to Beckham. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To the air, Allen. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 44, Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Allen. Over the middle to Smith. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr. as the 1st half is winding down. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only